Hey everybody, welcome to our second edition of Updates from the Edge. I'm Councillor Wade Cleveland of the town of Yarmouth, and we're doing these over the next while, hopefully forever, every couple of weeks or so, to let you know what's happening in and about the town of Yarmouth. So here we are in beautiful downtown Yarmouth. It's finally sunny after a week of rain, and we're talking about getting active. And I have Trish McCourt of Yarmouth Recreation and one of the students who is working for Yarmouth Recreation this year, Lindsey Minard. Lindsey, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Fantastic. Now, what we're talking about is something that's going on until the 16th of June, which is next Father's Day coming up, and it is the ParticipACTION Community Challenge. And Trish is going to tell us about it. We want everybody to get involved in this. Trish, first off, what is the Community Challenge?
So ParticipACTION's put on a challenge to the whole country. It's to be the most active community in Canada. It could possibly win $150,000. There's also regional prizes, so there are 5 prizes of $20,000. And all people have to do is get out and get moving and track their minutes.
Okay.
The minutes are tracked through ParticipACTION's website or app. It's really easy. And we've been working together to also help the community track minutes. So if people don't have access to the apps, if they're not using mobile devices, they can always call us or email us with their minutes. And we just want to see people doing any kind of activity and logging it for part of the challenge.
Okay, so all it is a matter of building up these hours. Or minutes. Let's not put pressure on anybody
That's right.
here. So
every minute
ultimately,
counts.
it becomes hours, not necessarily for an individual person, but when you put the groups together.
Right.
So in Yarmouth, we have more than just the town of Yarmouth.
That's right.
Who's involved in this?
Pretty much everyone that's got a B5A postal code is part of the Yarmouth community that is going to be considered for the challenge. So if you look at Yarmouth, who are showing up on the Atlantic Canada leaderboard, that includes almost all of the B5A postal codes.
Okay. Now, when you talk about activity, here's the thing. I know, like, you talk about it, the minute we start talking about Yarmouth Recreation and we talk about being active and events, we'll talk about events in a few minutes.
Sure.
But the other thing is, when it comes to activities, it can be anything.
Anything, yeah.
Here we are in Frost Park. If you're in your lawn and you have to mow your lawn, $10 says you're going to have to anytime soon now. That counts as activity.
Absolutely, it does. So does vacuuming, walking your dog, anything that gets you moving is counted as movement and activity, and we want to see those minutes being tracked. If you go on the ParticipACTION app to track it, you'll see there's a spot for housework, and there's other as well. So if you're doing something else that doesn't fall in those categories, it still can be tracked.
Okay, and we'll talk about the app in a few minutes, by the way, and I'll show you what my app looks like. And it's so easy to do, it's ridiculous. But if people are a little bit intimidated, some are, by apps and smartphones. Yeah. You mentioned it before, but let's emphasize again that you guys, if they contact you, will put those minutes in.
Right. So we've got a couple of ways that we can do it. Misty's actually set up on the Yarmouth Recreation website forms. So every post that she's been putting out lately has a form attached to the bottom of it that's so simple. You just put in your name, your email address, how many people participated in whatever it is you were doing, the type of activity it was, and how many minutes.
Right.
That gets sent off, Misty forwards it to me, and I put it through the back end. Anyone can actually go to the ParticipACTION website and set up a profile for the community challenge, and in that you can either track for yourself personally or for an organization, and under the personal ones you can track for your whole family.
Okay.
So there's lots of ways to do it. Lindsay's been calling organizations that we know might have a challenge with tracking the minutes and getting numbers from them. So we've been tracking for, what schools have we got?
We contacted Central, Meadowfields, Port Maitland. I've contacted sports teams such as like the Clippers organization, the Minor Ball organization. I contacted Brandy News' Taekwondo, and I've done a few of the dance programs going on. I'm still waiting to hear back from a few of the companies or organizations. That's the word, yeah.
Yep, sure.
And yeah, I've gotten some good feedback from most of them, and those hours count for a lot because there's a lot of kids doing some physical activity that aren't being tracked, and we might as well track them and get some money for our community.
Yeah, absolutely. We have running clubs. You know, we have organizations like different banks and corporations who are all doing little things. And if you want to just put those minutes together, any of that is extremely helpful as we try to get higher up on this leaderboard.
The challenge for us is we can't see who's actually tracking. So if we haven't contacted an organization, let us know either you're tracking it yourself or we need some help with tracking it, and we would be happy to do that. There's at least one business that has told us that they've been actually doing a workplace wellness kind of challenge all along, so they're tracking their minutes through the challenge.
Okay.
I'd love to hear of some businesses putting a challenge out to other businesses to kind of have a little friendly competition between them.
Sounds good.
Any of those kinds of things, and we can help support that too. So we're really trying to just get people out in the community doing physical activity.
Yeah. So walk down Main Street, that counts. Any kind of walking around, going to the mall and walking for a half an hour or less.
Yeah.
It all counts and it all adds up. But let's talk about events, because we do have some cool stuff going on. One of which is a dance class, which is happening on Alma Square on Monday the 10th. And what's going on is, and I promised I would be there, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to dance because, well, A, I'm working, and B, I'd make a fool of myself anyway.
Well,
but that's kind of the point.
It is kind of the point. Get out and have fun. Don't even worry about what other people are thinking. Cindy Robichaud does classes all through the community, and those are being tracked by one of her participants, but their dance class is going to Alma Square, and we'd really like to see community members come and join the class. Just have fun. We'd love to fill the square with people. I don't want people to worry about being humiliated, because there's going to be all kinds of other people that are doing it too.
Yes, absolutely.
And we want to see, other council members, business leaders, other CJLS radio personalities. We've got to get people out to show that the community is active.
My presence there was to show that even when you're really bad at something, you can still do it. And that's the truth. 11:30, and it all starts up actually because there's I think it's pronounced Qigong?
Qigong, yeah.
Qigong.
Yes. So Cindy's starting with Qigong at 11:30, and then at 12 o'clock it's the dance
class.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
On top of that, and this one I am definitely going to, we are going to be having a really terrific chance to go on stand-up paddle boards, and that's on the very final day, on the 16th of June, over at Lake Milo.
Yes, so East Coast Paddleboarding is coming to do try-it sessions starting at 4 o'clock at Lake Milo. Try-it sessions are usually about 45 minutes. It's a ton of fun. It's way easier than people think. Wade has promised me that he's getting up on the paddleboard with me, and I'm going to do my best to knock him off his paddleboard.
So this is going to be fun.
The water's going to be a little chilly.
Oh, well, I can live with that. But this is something I've always wanted to do, never quite gotten the chance to do. Yeah. And if there's any activities that you personally have been thinking about doing and you haven't had that opportunity, this is the week to do it.
Absolutely. Get out on the trails. Misty's got a family hike planned as well on Father's Day.
Okay.
So it'll be a great activity to get out with your family and do. There's going to be a little Amazing Race theme to it. So she always does something fun with the family hikes. So that's another one that's happening on the 16th. There's a few different things happening through the week. Chair yoga is still happening at the library. That's on Mondays and Fridays.
Okay.
The YMCA has had a number of things happening, so check their website because I think they've got a couple of events still planned.
Okay.
If there's something else that people are doing that you want people to get out to, we're happy to promote it. If we're going to get people active, let us know and we will promote it as well.
All of that?
We just want to have fun.
Exactly. So come on, Yarmouth. Let's do this. All right, back inside. Come over here and I'll show you exactly how the ParticipACTION app works. First off, first thing I want to show you is here on my screen, right next to ParticipACTION, is something called Fit. And what that is, I use Google. This is an Android phone. You can get ParticipACTION, by the way, whether you're using an Android or an iPhone. It's available, it's free. But before we get right to the app, I wanted to show you this because it's because of the ParticipACTION app that I got Google Fit. Now, the reason is because ParticipACTION's app will connect up either with Google Fit or your Fitbit, or if you use the I version, the Apple version of the Fitbit. I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's kind of fun because it becomes a bit of a game. Now, I haven't been very active today because it's early in the morning when this is being filmed, but it keeps track of your steps and your calories, and it's really, really kind of fun. So what happens with my particular app is what happens on Fit goes to the ParticipACTION app automatically. Now, we're going to bring up the ParticipACTION app. Spins on. And there it is. The first thing it's telling you is to get involved with ParticipACTION. This is showing what my active minutes were. You can keep track of that. I had a busy Monday and a quieter Tuesday, as you can see. But that's how it works. Okay? And very interestingly, down here, there's different things that you can do. So these ones are blanked out or lighter because I've already watched them, but there's tons of different articles on how to get fit. They're very, very simple. They're really, really fun. You can learn a whole bunch of interesting things on it. There's something here called Take 10. And what that is it tries to encourage you to choose one. A 10-minute walk or 10 minutes worth of jumping jacks, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and I'll tell him to remind me again next week. And over here is where you add minutes. Now, for example, in my case, there's my wife and I both are obviously in the same household. She doesn't have the ParticipACTION app on her phone, so I can track her minutes as well if I want to. And all you have to do when you press that is it'll ask you what you were doing. And you can see there's brisk walking, there's running, there's even housework over here, strength training, group exercise, dance, gardening. It's all there. So you click one, and I'm going to go to housework because this is what Kathy did yesterday. And how long was your housework? Well, she was doing vacuuming, she did laundry, and it took about 40 minutes. So you go to 40 minutes, see it goes in 5-minute increments, 40 gets big, and you press submit. And plunk, there you have it. It's that easy. It is super simple. And again, with me, with the Google app right next to it, the Google Fit, all of my steps and all of my activity automatically goes at the end of the day anyway, so I don't even have to keep track of it. It's that simple.